Don't be stupid. Don't podcast. Be be be
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
What up? What's up, Big Tone?
Huh?
How you feeling tonight, bro?
Shit. Another night.
Another night. E! What did you say earlier?
Nigga, why you yelling, nigga?
The eye candy. Eye candy.
Man,
Hey, bro, take that and throw that behind the thing, Tom. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
You call me Tone.
Yeah, I damn sure did. I called you Tone. Some days, I'm off like that. What's up, peoples? How y'all doing tonight? Hoping y'all tuning in. Don't be stupid. Another episode
Yeah.
of these ignorant motherfuckers up in here. But we gonna try to get into it tonight. Have a little fun. Talk a little shit. Hopefully y'all join in and have a little fun. Talk a little shit. And we'll get to it. So, we're gonna get right to the main topic. Well, let's get to the first topic. Or you want to take over?
What's the main? No. What's the main topic?
A man passing by.
Passing by.
Passing shit. You know I'm a little off in this subject, so don't. Hey, y'all gotta bear with me. I'm a little, I'm having some things go through my family right now, so I'm a little off.
That old Negroid spiritual.
In my Negro spiritual. That's right.
Don't pass me by.
I thought you were about to get into the far side.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But you know who I'm talking about.
John Singleton.
Passed today, huh?
Boys in the Hood. Yeah, John Singleton, 51.
That's too bad.
51. That's way too close.
Way
Damn,
too close.
In age.
That's like getting close to us, bro.
Well, what's even worse than that, it's like, bruh, he died and had money to keep himself together. We broke as shit.
It don't matter how much money you got.
Shit.
Dying is dying, nigga. I don't even know how money even came up.
He died of a heart attack, didn't he?
Stroke. He had a stroke.
Stroke. Okay, stroke.
Yeah, he must have had the bad one because he ain't come out of that one. A lot of people come out of strokes, but
A lot
not
of people come out of it fucked up too. Them strokes
Yeah.
be fucking folks up.
Have y'all talking sideways and shit?
Yeah, left side of your body be numb and stuff. You got strokes ain't nothing to play with, bro.
Right.
yeah.
And
That's why I kinda-
cholesterol, right?
Shit, I don't know.
Cholesterol
It could be
level,
a bunch of stuff. I
right?
guess I don't know, but I know that shit. That shit scares me because
Hell
when
yeah.
you start talking about 51, you start talking about getting close to our age, and I mean, how does it feel to know a stroke might be right around the corner? He ain't,
Shit.
but you know what? He ain't the only. I mean, we have. I'm not gonna say names, but we know some people around.
Yeah.
That's we personally know that's
Had strokes.
had strokes and
Yeah.
stuff, and so it's an eye opener. You gotta. I don't know so much if it's diet or just taking exercising or whatever.
Boom.
Damn, dog, I gotta put my glass down. Sorry, man. These mics just pick up everything.
But
I get some cheap ass mics next time.
but yeah, the strokes, man. You got a stroke coming around the corner, boy. That ain't nothing to mess with.
Nah, I would say not, bro.
So yeah, rest in peace to.
He did quite a few good movies. You was kind of running them off, and I was like, damn, I didn't know he had did some of those.
Yeah, I had to look him up to see what all he had did. But I guess the most notable one was Boys in the
Boys in the
Hood.
Hood. Well, you got director, right?
Yeah,
You
he was
got,
a director.
On the Academy Awards or
He was
whatever.
like 24 years old when he did that.
I know, man. It's
Right
crazy.
out of-
That's like
right
his
out of,
first movie, and he
Right
got
out of
everything.
film school.
Yeah.
And he put Ice Cube on there.
Yeah. The funny thing, I remember they wanted, he was saying he wanted to do the Tupac movie, but I think the other dude did it.
The brothers did it.
Yeah, they did the Tupac
What are they
movie.
called? The something
Hughes?
brothers? The
Hughes
Hughes
brothers.
brothers, yeah.
Yeah, they
Remember
did it.
Tupac got
Oh,
in a fight with.
the Menace?
No, the Tupac movie.
But no. Menace is he right.
Menace
Tupac
is-
was supposed to be in that.
Yeah.
And then he got in a fight with them niggas and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he punched one of the brothers.
Yeah, one of them, something like that.
Yeah.
happened.
So you're saying they were supposed to do, even though they did the Tupac movie, the Hughes brothers?
What Tupac movie?
The one that just
You
came
talking about
out.
the new one?
The new one.
Man, ain't nobody speak on that bum ass movie, nigga. That
Oh, I was
movie
like,
whack.
okay.
Which
I thought you
one?
talking about classics,
I was like,
nigga.
man.
When you talking about Tupac movie, I'm thinking, what you talking about? Like Juice? What are you
No,
talking?
he
Shit,
did.
no.
He did. No, Poetic Justice.
Yeah, I thought
he did
whatever
Poetic
F.
Justice,
Gray
too.
something. Gary F. Gray did.
No.
the Tupac
John
movie.
Singleton did.
John Singleton did,
Did Poetic
Poetic
Justice.
Justice with
Poetic
Tupac.
Justice. Yeah,
And that was whack too. That movie was whack.
it wasn't all that.
Yeah, it was kind of whack, bro.
I mean, it's
I
hard to
mean,
make
don't get me
that
wrong.
up.
It's
a lot of
kind of. I don't
bullshit
want.
out of
to
it,
say
though.
whack now. He dead and stuff. Like we talking ill.
If it's
on
whack,
the
it's
dude.
whack.
I always
People
thought
watched
that
it.
movie was whack. They watched it because they thought it was good because they watched Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
And then they had Tupac and Janet Jackson. Who ain't
Did,
watching?
did we care who
Back
was the
then, who
director?
wasn't watching Tupac and Janet Jackson?
Yeah, it
We
you
didn't
know,
care who was
you know
the
what?
director,
You know
though.
what? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
At that time, John Singleton. Because think about it. Usually, we don't know about producers and stuff. There's not too many producers we know about. He kind of had made his name because it was him, Spike Lee.
Right. Well, everybody
Like you said,
Spike.
the Hugh brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Who was another cat that was and Keenan.
The Wayans boys.
Yeah, the Wayans
Keenan.
cat.
Yeah.
So
Ivory Wayans.
and what's his name? The light skinned cat. One of your boys, Mario Van People.
Yeah. Because
So- So whenever they made movies, we was like, oh, he got a new movie and stuff. So we kind of was on. We weren't on every produce, but we was kind of on them cats.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, because when they made one, you knew because you compared everything to they best. Like, for instance, Singletary, we compared. I'm saying it right. Singleton. He didn't play for the 49ers?
No, not Mike.
Oh, my bad.
Not the coach.
My bad. Well, he used to play too, though.
Yeah.
He played for the Chicago Bears, right?
Mike
That
Singletary.
Bears.
Who
Yeah.
did?
Mike Singletary?
Not John.
Mike Singletary.
Oh, Mike.
Mike
Mike.
Who just died?
Singleton.
John Singleton.
Oh,
Who's on second?
my bad.
Producer of
My bad. I
Boys
thought y'all
in
was
the
talking about it. Go ahead.
What's on third? Fuck.
My
It's
bad.
all,
My bad.
it's all right, bro. I understand. But you know what the funny part is? For me, Menace to Society might have been a little better.
Menace Society was better.
Than
Them Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Menace to Society was off
Society
the
wasn't
chart.
no joke, man.
That shit was no joke, boy. I was like, damn. Menace to Society was good.
Old
boy.
dog in them, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit
and
was hella good.
No disrespect.
Get your ass in the car, nigga.
No disrespect. But I'm glad they didn't put Tupac in it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think it would have kind of
Because what's my
took
man's
it off
name?
a
What's my man's name that played Old Dog?
yeah. Something. Yeah.
Lorenzo Tate.
Lorenzo.
Yeah, Lorenzo Tate.
He did
Lorenzo
that.
Tate, he did that, bro.
He did
And he
that.
ain't even from Cali, so he had that accent like down.
And
Them
he did
motherfucker
that.
put some doogie braids.
Yeah, he was nice, nigga.
Hey,
It was hard, boy.
he
Them
had
cats
it
was
down.
hard.
And the funny part, I had seen him in that one where he played like on the beach life when he whatever he is on the beach. He's like they go out on the beach and he meets some people. What is that damn
I
show?
think I know what you're talking
You know what
about.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like a square.
Yeah.
Now, do you see him do that? Then you see him do.
He
you're
played,
like, what the
he
hell?
played that shit, bro.
Yeah, he played that part.
What was that? That was
I saw that.
Inkwell?
Inkwell. That's it.
Yeah.
Inkwell. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what?
he played that.
I wonder who the producer was on Inkwell.
I don't know.
So
I don't
you know what?
but-
Because the other movies that came up at that time, like Inkwell, and what's the one with your boy?
The Woods.
What's your name with the
The
boy?
Woods hella good.
With your boy though, who we always talk about the brother that Bo. What's that dude's name?
What?
The mean bald head brother that always play.
The dude that played in Boys in Friday.
No, he played in the same movie with Pretty Boy from G Money. He played with G Money in another movie with Jada Pinkett.
Oh,
and,
Jada Speakers.
What's my man's name? You want to always be talking Bodum or Boat.
Oh, the singer.
No, he ain't no singer, nigga.
Oh, not the singer.
The actor,
That was
The one that he was
the bald head cat.
but he wasn't G Money.
Bukeen.
Yeah,
Oh, Woodbine.
that's
Yeah,
that's that,
Bukeen.
that's that nigga's boy.
Yeah.
I always be
Hey,
bringing him up.
he be getting it.
But all the movies came out at
Bukeen,
one time.
yeah,
What was the name
yeah.
of that movie? That was Jason's Lyrics.
Jason's
Yeah,
like,
Jason's
yeah,
Lyrics.
everybody was hot.
Yeah, all the movies was
Yeah.
coming out one
Yeah,
after another, one after another, one after
Yeah,
another.
there was a good 5 year of
Yeah,
all
they
black.
had a
we
little
got some
run
good.
there.
Yeah, we had a good run of movies.
Guess
That
what?
was-
And
man.
hey, you know what's better than the movies? The soundtracks, nigga.
Woo, they used
Above
to
the
knock.
Rim.
Oh,
All them soundtracks was coming out then,
They
bro.
was
Menace to
hot.
Society had every song on that mug was bad.
Yep.
Above
Yep.
the Rim.
hey, Juice was the soundtrack.
Juice
Above the
too, yeah.
Rim.
All of
everybody
them,
loved
bruh.
that
Yeah.
shit. It was funny, like the movie was made
The
in the
soundtrack.
East Coast, but the soundtrack has so much West Coast on it.
Oh, West Coast ladies
and you
was knock.
you went out and got the soundtrack, bro, because you
Fuck
knew the
yeah.
soundtracks was gonna be
And
popular.
that was my biggest thing too. I'd always get a soundtrack, especially if it was like a black
Yeah.
film.
Because you knew it was gonna be.
It was this shit was. Yeah,
Had
you know he gonna be had.
it had
Everybody
everybody on
wants
it.
to be on it. Every tight
Yeah.
rapper, tight singer wanted to be on that soundtrack.
Everybody would be on it, and then you would even
Everybody.
see like an old school cat. You'd be like, "Man, Big Daddy King got a song on this?
He got
Let me see what he
got
doing
a
on this.
cameo on this
Let me see
motherfucker.
what he doing on this motherfucker, man. It
He
was
ripped
always
that
good
motherfucker
like
to
that.
shreds, too.
Yep. So yeah, man.
that's-
so
So yeah, we gonna miss John Singles.
that's the
I mean,
Man,
that's
look,
the
dog.
time.
The glass is heavy. That's all.
Okay, well, put that motherfucker over something else. You keep putting it on
this
this.
motherfucker. Listen to this, man. Cut that shit out, dog.
Oh, now it's cut the shit out, but when you doing it, it's all right.
This is my house.
here we
Oh,
go.
here we go. I'm just the eye
In my
candy.
house, Eddie.
I'm just the eye candy. So
That's right. Go on, do your
There
thing.
you go, folks. You heard it right there.
you sound like you challenging me, nigga. Like, you really
Challenge.
challenging me.
Nobody's. No, I
Damn.
don't know. I think I'm above everybody when I did that. That was taps.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Hey, you know that it's funny that you mentioned. I don't know why I'm thinking about Bill Cosby.
What's wrong?
Bill Cosby, he has something to do with that tap dancing shit, right?
Bill Cosby?
Why do I think when we think of because Bill Cosby did it. They did that challenge thing. Remember, Bill Cosby was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, they
you
were.
talking about-
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Who was there?
so
Was-
it might have been
Sandy?
Gregory Hines with him.
Oh, Gregory Hines. Yeah.
Or it might have been the original, that sand dude that did it. Shit. It might have been
Maybe.
that old cat. But what I was going to say is that I was on so, we all fuck with, we all got the Amazon stick. We all fuck with that. We all mess with Netflix. I just start paying attention. Excuse me. I just start paying attention to that because I got the, the Amazon Prime.
Mhm.
So I never really go online and look at the, the movies and shit that I get with it.
Uh-huh.
So I actually went on there the other day, and I was, it's actually some. After looking at, after you get tired of Netflix and stuff, there's actually some good shit on there.
Mhm.
So I was watching some movies on there, and that's happened to be going through all the stuff, and they still got. It's one of the few places that still got all the Bill Cosby episodes.
Oh,
I'm
really?
sorry, the Cosby
Cosby Show.
Show, because they ain't got rid of them motherfuckers everywhere. They're not playing them on TV nowhere and shit.
Man, them motherfuckers will bring that shit back eventually. All them shows.
You think so?
Whoever it is, like R. Kelly, they don't play him. Give it 5 years, his shit just start creeping.
I
back
don't
in.
know if R. Kelly coming back.
Michael Jackson, his shit creep right back in. Bill Cosby,
Mm-hmm.
I think they will.
I was listening to something the other day that was R. Kelly and
You know,
somebody.
what's funny about people like that? To me, when I don't hear him for a while because I'm mad at him or whatever it is,
Niggas like, I'm
You
mad
mad
at
at
him. Who you
know what I'm
mad
saying?
at?
Mad at.
like R. Kelly, you don't want to fuck with R. Kelly right now because he,
But
the
then
shit
who
is
else? So who else besides R. Kelly?
You
You
mad?
Michael
you
Jackson,
mad
I
at?
ain't too happy about
Does he
seeing that
know
new
you
film.
mad?
I don't give a fuck, you know. I don't give a fuck,
Nigga
you know.
say he mad at him.
Right, but
Man,
still,
does he know?
I don't want to fuck with him because the shit is going down, right? So, but when they creep up on me, I'm in the car and the song come on, I find myself singing that shit first. Then I'll be like, oh shit, I can't fuck with this shit.
It was a collab. It was a collab with R. Kelly and somebody the other day that I was listening to, and I was like, man, that shit hitting right there, boy. I forgot who it was though.
You find yourself listening to it first, then you realize I've been
Then
turning shit off.
and as soon as it came on, I was like, ooh, that's R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, that shit slapping though.
Yeah, that's the problem with that
slapping.
shit.
It was a rap. He was some rap dude. I forgot. It wasn't Jay-Z. It was somebody else. That shit was hitting though.
Oh, he
I
ain't
was in
gonna
the
be
car,
on
one of the joints from the Both Worlds, Best of Both Worlds came on. I was like, shit, this motherfucker hitting. Now I turned it.
Yeah, that first album.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, man. That's the shit. It's a problem with the dudes like R. Kelly. Man. And the dude, R. Kelly shit, he just got on the court. They were saying that something about he only had so much money left. And motherfuckers was like, who give a fuck how much money he got left? The motherfucker is still out. He out of jail. So this shit's crazy to me, man.
He'll be back in if he don't pay child support.
That's what they on. They on about that child support. But fuck him. I just wanted to say, shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the bad part is what you guys said before, and we get off the R. Kelly shit. Hella motherfuckers knew, and they never did nothing about it.
I forgot what we was even talking about. I was talking about.
We was talking about John Singleton, boy.
No, we was done with that. I was talking about Bill Cosby being that's what I was going to. So yeah, so fucking with that Amazon thing, I watched that movie with what's my man? I don't know how to say. I don't know if I should say Childish Gambino or
Danny Glover.
Is it Danny or Donald?
Donald Glover. Yeah.
Danny Glover.
Donald Glover.
In that Rihanna movie.
What?
What movie?
What movie is that?
Dog, it's called I don't know. It's based like I don't know what them niggas. They on some island or something. They,
Oh, the guava something.
yeah, that's it. The Guava
You watch
Kid,
that shit?
the Guava Kid or some shit.
I
I don't know what
don't
it's
even know
called.
about that one. That's two
So,
joints you don't hit me on.
Guava Beach.
So it's called something Guava.
That's two joints you don't hit me to now today.
That's it. Cause
The Motley Crue?
we'll talk about the Motley Crue in a minute.
Uh-huh.
But the Guava one. So like I used to say, I had a lot of time. I was off this weekend, so I had a lot of time on my hands.
Yeah.
So I watched that the Guava something. I don't know the name. If we had more personnel, I would have them looking up the whatever the name of the movie is. But it's Guava something with them too. And it was only like an hour, about an hour long, hour something long, hour and 10 minutes. I don't even think it was that. It might have been like an hour long movie. And I thought it was better than what it was at first. I thought it was pretty good. It was okay. It was something to watch. But then my daughter hit me up with how boring it was. And after I heard her take on it, I was like, yeah, you're right. It was kind of boring. But the best part about it is, so my thing is they must have did this movie like recently and quick because it's got all his new music in it.
Damn.
It's got like, This Is America, whatever. And that was the best part of to me, that was the best part of the movie. He actually went into that song at his job or something. It was kind of fat.
Damn.
Watching that part. But then it's got all this other stuff. I don't know what it's called, Summertime, whatever it's got, whatever, Sunshine or some shit that he does.
That summer, yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's
he
summertime.
does that. And it's,
Like a performance or just playing?
well, he's a musician. He's a musician in the movie.
Oh.
So it kind of like fits in. Songs kind of fit in with what's going on. I don't recommend it. I'm not saying it was that good to go watch, but
If you got shit to do.
yeah, if you ain't got, it's only an hour or two, so you can watch it for real quick.
I seen it and I was like, nah, I'm good.
You watched the whole thing?
No, I seen it, but I didn't.
Did you?
I mean, I seen
Okay.
it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
It must be all right then.
Because when I start watching it, it's like when you start watching it, before you can start thinking about how bad the movie is, it's over. It's only an hour long. It's like watching a TV show. So you watching it, basically, you start watching it because it's Childish Gambino and it's Rihanna, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you figure what they about, what we about to see on here. And then while you're trying to figure it out, they go into This Is America. So you've already watched like 30 minutes of it. You're like, damn, This Is America was kind of nice. And then with the climax of the movie, which I don't want to spoil it, even though I know y'all niggas ain't gonna watch it. It starts going to that part, and you're kind of like, okay, what's about to happen? Is this nigga gonna do this or not? And then you watch it, he does what he does, and then you're like, all right, that's the end of the movie. Like I said, it's an hour long.
Damn.
So I think the official time is like 50 something minutes, so it's not even an hour. But anyway, I watched that, and then I found myself with some more time, so I went back to Netflix, and I watched a movie called Don't Judge Me. Don't judge me. I don't know how I ended up on this. I guess because it kept, how Netflix puts certain movies.
Recommendations?
Yeah, it just keeps coming up, and I keep looking at it. What the fuck is Dirt? Dirty or Dirt? What is it called, Tone?
I think it just.
Is it Dirt?
Or yeah, I think it's just called
Dirt or
Dirt.
Dirty?
Some shit.
So then I click on it just to see what the topic is, and it's about how Motley Crue became a band. It's like their story. So I don't know what it was. Something I was thinking about that made me think maybe this might be worth watching. And I started watching it, and from the first scene, I'm not gonna go into the first scene because this is a family show.
Is it? Is it?
But from the first scene, bro,
Shit.
it had me like, oh yeah, I need to watch this to see what I'm spilling my drink, to see what these niggas do, next, cause them some wild boys.
You know what's interesting about what you just said
What's that?
is that you equated Motley Crue to being niggas. And I know how we take it is, as black people, is we take that word not to mean black sometimes. We take it to mean these motherfuckers.
I
Because
mean,
you said, I want to see what these niggas is going to do, right? And you ain't taking it as black dudes. You taking them as what are these crazy motherfuckers about to do? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I mean, I guess I guess that's a California thing. I
It's a
don't
California
know,
thing,
but
yeah.
I got a bunch of I know a whole bunch of white niggas.
A whole bunch of them.
Well,
Hey,
anyway-
white Latinos, white Chinese,
Anyway.
white Filipinos.
They wear eyeliner.
No,
their
that's a
attitude.
whole different.
No,
That's a whole different thing because these cats.
the way they act, the wildness in them.
He
you know
talking
what I'm
about Motley Crue, nigga.
saying? Yeah, weird. I know he's talking about. I know he's talking about Motley Crue with the eyeliner and all that. But I'm saying the way
Them
they act.
motherfuckers wear makeup.
Yeah,
But the way they act, man, the way they act is like you like these niggas is crazy, right? And you looking at them, you know they ain't black, but you
And
just
they
like
were
that's what they is.
It ain't got, you know what? It ain't even got nothing to do with. I'm sorry, Tony, I didn't mean to cut you off. It ain't, to me, it ain't got nothing to do with
Race.
acting like black. It's just, if I feel like,
Stage diving.
No, if you feel like they
no, I
wild
feel
or
like
they crazy,
it
or-
ain't wild and crazy. It's just like, once I feel comfortable enough to say that, I guess you into that circle or whatever,
Mhm.
Right.
I just, you become
It just happens when you
that
say it.
nigga. That
Yeah.
nigga right there. Yeah, I don't. I say it about anybody. You know what? I take that back. It ain't even gonna be my circle. It could be like we in the drive-through, and I'll be like, the white dude messed up my order. That nigga messed up my order. I just called everybody. I gotta stop that, but it is what it is. But I hear you. But anyway,
Shit.
Damn, it's
Them
all
niggas-
type of shit.
All type of shit happening.
them boys is wild.
Right.
I mean, wow. Tone, I came to work this morning. The first thing I told Tone was like, Tone, you gotta check out this movie because these boys is wild. It gets a little dark because of the drug use,
Mm-hmm.
and it's that kind of drug use that's they don't just insinuate like it's happening. You don't have to imagine. You actually seeing like them. You're seeing them sniff, the cocaine. You're seeing them shoot up the heroin and stuff to the point where you seeing like he's shooting up between his toes.
Damn.
Hey, one time Tommy Lee is shooting up. Is it Nick's? No, I'm sorry, Tommy. Is
Not
it the same
Tommy
dude?
Lee. Tommy Lee's
Not
not.
Tommy. Is it Nick's? Tommy's.
Nikki Six.
Yeah, Nikki Six. Isn't that the same dude? Huh?
No, it's Tommy Lee, Nikki Six.
Who's Tommy Lee?
Tommy Lee's a drummer.
Yeah. So Nikki Six was okay. It's Nikki's. It's Nikki. My shit's
It's
getting
Nick the
staticky.
Sixth man singer, right?
So Nikki Six is
No.
Vince Neil's the lead singer.
So Nick's his guitarist?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nikki Six was shooting up in his neck, and I mean,
Damn.
because he got to the point when he used all his collapsed veins, and so he's using everything. But they show that they show him like shooting up in it. That's that kind of shit that makes you like. I told Tony this morning, I was like, I'm watching this shit, and I'm getting sick. I got a hangover just from
Goddamn.
watching this shit because these motherfuckers from the time they get up, they drinking, smoking, shooting up, sniffing, but they still found a way to function. They still function because
Functioning drug addicts.
it's crazy because they was like the drummer. You say Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee.
So Tommy Lee, he's bad. He's not as bad as the Nikki Six or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
But like this cat is getting drunk. This cat is sniffing cocaine and stuff, and then he's going on stage to drum, and they're putting him in like this cage that rotates around. And so this motherfucker drunk and high and everything else, and he's still playing drums in the thing that's circling around and shit. And I'm like, how the fuck is he?
Tommy Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
When they do their concerts, he would
Yeah,
they would put him
yeah.
in this little
Yeah, he be like doing 360. He be upside down.
I know he's a
drumming and
badass
shit.
drummer. I know that.
Yeah,
but
he's a badass.
Then the fucker would. They show a time when like right before the show, he's so fucked up. He starts he throws up and shit before the show. He's throwing up and
Getting rid
shit.
of that shit, yeah.
Yeah, but then he's like, "Oh, I'm fine. Let's go. And then they walk out on stage, and I'm like, them fuckers is better than me because I'm a bad.
Have you ever did that to yourself?
I'm the worst person when it comes to hangovers
Mhm.
and having to do stuff hungover.
Have you ever
I
did that,
can't
made
do it.
yourself throw up?
Made myself throw up?
Yeah.
I'm sure I have.
I've done that before.
I've made myself. You act like that's something big.
I
you
mean,
talking
like-
to real drink. You
like-
talking to folks who drink all the time. Yeah, I know you don't drink that much.
That's why I probably don't know.
Yeah,
I
so-
don't like the feeling. I just get rid
No,
of it.
you talk to motherfuckers that went out the night before and then come to work
Yeah.
when it's like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was
that's
us.
the worst.
I'm like that shit. I don't like that. I don't like being fucked up
That's
like
the
that. I'm like,
worst.
let's get rid of this shit. Let's go.
We be out there, it be 100 degrees. We hung over. That's for the earlier days. Cause we, not to mention, I'm
We
not
matured.
going. I don't even want to. I don't want to even. What do you say? Incriminate myself on how many times back in the day I actually came to work drunk.
Straight drunk.
Cause we'd be coming in at 4 in the morning. We got to be to work at 6.
So you just might as well go. Might as well just take a shower and go.
We'd be like, I'd be driving to work still like man, I'm still swerving. I'm still
damn.
tore up. Be at work like fuck, I messed up. Then
Still
it hit you.
smelling that shit off your fucking.
Ooh shit!
Then
I
it
know
was-
motherfuckers walk up to you like, "What's
Then
up, man?"
about 1 o'clock, you out there in the sun,
Mhm.
and it
You
hits,
drinking all day.
and that's when it hits you. You like, oh my god, I ain't gonna make it.
Yep. But you
Makes
do
sense.
though.
Makes sense.
you
Makes
make it
sense.
You make it.
Well, go on. I could tell it. So that's a good one, huh? I should watch that.
It's you know what? It's a like I say, I don't know how I ended up on it. I ain't a big heavy metal fan.
Uh-huh.
Was never a Motley Crue fan. As a matter of fact, even listening to what they did on that movie, it's not a Motley Crue song that I like, not one. But I do remember Motley Crue because I remember like all the white boys I went to school with and stuff, you know, sporting the patches on their jacket and shit. So I do remember how big Motley Crue was. I just didn't know they got down like that. Them motherfuckers a party.
That's the 80s, boy.
Yeah, it was way different. Like I say, I don't even want to.
80s.
I'm not gonna go into because it's a family show, so I'm not gonna go into
The nasty shit.
the
they
shit
doing?
that they was doing. But they
Yeah.
show you everything on. It's crazy.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Well,
So-
oh well.
That was that.
So that's crazy.
Yeah,
Man, I watched. Only thing I watched it was good. I don't know. To me, it was good. I don't know if y'all watch things like that. It's a show called Across the Line, which is kind of like about this black kid that plays ice hockey in Nova Scotia.
Man, ain't nobody trying to listen to that shit. This nigga just came with. I just told you about cocaine,
Black hockey.
hoes, and throwing up, and this thing come up with black kids playing hockey.
A black kid playing hockey
Man,
in
ain't
Nova
nobody trying to
Scotia.
watch that shit. And where?
Nova Scotia.
Ain't even no black kids in
That's
Nova
why it was
Scotia.
a good flick.
Did he get drafted?
No, he was supposed to get drafted, and they set
That's
him
some
up.
black shit right there,
They
bro.
set him up.
You always
and
bringing the
basically
show
motherfuckers-
down with some bullshit like that.
No, I just want talking about ass, hoes, getting drunk, getting high. What else you have in there?
You went to hockey?
Hoes
Hoes, getting high.
No disrespect.
and
Hoes,
hoes.
no, they hoes. They get paid.
Whoa.
So could speak
Whoa.
on it then.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Since
You
don't
know you a
out
hoe.
there-
If you getting paid, you know you a hoe, right?
Enlighten me.
So tell me
Enlighten
what
me.
So tell me
How
about
much?
the hoes, bro.
I don't know nothing about the
Now you don't know nothing about the hoes.
See.
I'm just saying.
Now you don't know
No,
nothing about
I'm
the
just
hoes.
no,
saying.
no.
I'm just saying. They know they hoes.
You telling the, you telling the definition? I want to know how
wanna
deep
know
is
how-
this.
Come on,
how
Tone.
deep- how
Come
deep-
on, Tone. You mean to tell me if they sitting in there in a window out in Canada sweeping back and forth, getting paid, they don't know they hoes?
They're making a living.
Right.
You been to Canada?
No.
So how do you know?
I've never been to a red light district.
How do you know?
You don't
Is
think
that
I
legal?
shit, man, I don't need to be a brain surgeon to know that's a hoe.
Now how do you know that's
Wait a
what they
minute, is
do
it-
then if you ain't never been there?
Is that legal in Canada?
Hell, nigga, I ain't never
I
did
don't know. I
cocaine,
don't
but I
think
know the
so.
motherfucking
I
shit.
don't-
fucking
Why'd you
love.
choose
illegal.
Canada?
Because I'm just saying that's the type of place that.
They got red light
light
districts in Canada?
Yeah, there's a red light.
So
district
it's
out
legal.
there.
It's legal.
Yeah, red
In
light
Canada?
You sure?
Canada.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Canada. The red
What?
light district.
I don't know that. I know the
I
red
know
light
they got
district.
more red light districts other places, but
I know Germany's red light
they got
district is
Germany
crazy.
red light.
I've actually
Amsterdam.
seen that. I was in Germany.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, yeah. I ain't never heard of Canada's red light district.
Oh, yeah, they got one in red.
Canada?
Got a red light district.
I thought they was like hella conservative and shit.
What? Why would you think that?
I just thought they keep everything clean.
No.
You know, like
Because
Drake.
it's Canada, eh?
They
Like
got
Drake.
legal prostitution there too.
In Canada?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Man,
So you can buy
can
pussy
we
in
look
Canada.
that up?
You can buy pussy in the United States.
Yeah, but you said so you cleaned that up in United
In
States.
the United States.
You
yeah.
can't buy pussy in California.
You can't buy pussy in California.
Okay.
Not legally.
Exactly.
In California, you can't buy it legally.
A whole bunch of states you can't buy it legally,
Yeah.
but you can
But you can get some
in
peaches.
Nevada,
You
right?
You can get some
Can.
peaches, some corn, and some pussy in Nevada.
They ain't got no peaches.
Peaches?
They ain't got no peaches in Nevada, nigga.
Yeah, no peaches. Buy peaches.
They
They
ain't
ship
got no
them
peaches in Nevada.
It's an import.
Yeah, in that case, you can get peaches anywhere. Dude.
It's an import. You get peaches in Canada.
Peaches and hoes?
Yeah, I'm just saying, peaches.
Why do niggas say peaches?
I'm just saying.
His mind be working in the way that
I was thinking about imports. Some peaches.
Man, somebody
All right.
somebody double check that shit, because I don't know about that Canada shit.
Well, that's what the show's about. We always speaking on some shit we don't know.
Well, somebody check that shit out.
Like somebody gonna get with us right now.
Somebody might. Somebody just go ahead and just look into the red light district in Canada.
All right.
Let us know.
I mean, it probably is one. I don't know shit. France.
It is,
That's,
but it's
that's
illegal.
French Quarter.
That's all I want to know.
Is it legal? That's that's the real question.
Have you ever bought any pussy?
Nope. Nah, not like here's $20. Let me get this.
$20? That's some
I'm just
cheap
saying.
ass.
I'm not. I don't know shit. No.
Where you at?
You know.
No, I
You
don't.
was an expert just a minute ago talking
No,
about.
I was not an expert. I said there's hoes. They know they hoes are getting paid. How could that make me an expert? Because I can say
Tony.
here a hoe.
Tony Sunshine.
Oh, you know me.
You got the military though. That's different. If I was in the military,
Have
I'd
you
grab
ever
with
bought any
Wait a minute.
coochie?
Wait a minute.
Have you ever bought any coochie? Or now there's something else you want to say real quick.
The audacity, because we military, we got to buy pussy.
I know. What you mean
Well,
by that?
that's what I'm saying. If you're in the
The
military,
audacity.
the audacity of me saying this is in the military. You ain't got no time to be.
Are
trying
we
time to-
known for
uh,
buying?
to cultivate a relationship?
Why
to
not?
make it happen.
I
So,
was
but
in.
it's just
I was
easier
in
for
one.
you to say.
I was in one
"Here,
spot for 3 years.
Okay, it's just easier for you to say, look, I'm only gonna be here for a night. Take this money, let me get on about my business because I got back to the
No.
military.
You can say that about any nigga.
Yeah.
Military base.
You can say that about
I'm
anybody.
all right.
Say that every
All
night.
right, okay, just to
So,
prove my
let me-
point.
let me
just
just-
to prove
let
my
me just
point.
re-
Answer his question.
Let me re-ask the
Answer
question.
his question.
Kevin, have you ever paid for some?
Not
some
like
coochie?
that. Like I've never said I want this and here's some money, whatever. I went to dinner. It was like the end of the night. you know,
No. That's some bullshit.
What up?
That's some bullshit.
shit.
That's
you
a
ain't-
cop out.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
okay.
I've never
Tone,
paid
go
for
ahead, Tone.
I'm
Yup.
just talking shit.
Yup.
So have you ever,
Never paid
Tone?
for
Yep.
How was it?
What? When did you pay for it? Since you're saying yeah.
When?
When? What time in your life were you paying for this?
Yesterday.
Before I came here.
No. You're so funny. At what time? Where were you
That's
at
why I was late.
in your life? What part of your career? Were you working? Were you in the military? Were you in school?
What point are you trying to prove? Okay,
Were
he
you
was
in
in the
school?
military. We all know he was in the military when he did it.
Kill it. You.
That nigga just shits the eye candy.
This I did.
Damn, you sure.
Were you in the
dude.
military?
Of course I was in the military. Fuck.
What's funny about that?
Guys, I'm proving my point.
No.
Nobody ever said you were wrong.
Okay.
I'm just saying, what do you mean by just insinuating
This
that
is
because you was in the military that you
Yeah,
had to
you
buy some
have to.
coochie?
No, not
I
because it has
pulled-
nothing the way you look or anything. It's just easier. I'm saying it's easier for you to say, "Let me get this and get on," because I don't know what's going on in my
No,
military
I've
life.
I've pulled and I didn't have to pay.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty
But
sure.
but you're on a time limit.
That's what I mean. You have a restricted amount of time,
There ain't nobody trying to do romancing the stones.
right? So you can't go out there and say, "Look, I'm gonna go here every night and meet with this girl." No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get this, get out.
I didn't have to pay in Australia.
All right. You
What's that?
have you ever paid?
Never.
Never. That's good.
I never paid for no coochie.
Has Tony paid for you when you were there?
Now that's a different. No, you know what?
I'd
No,
spot you.
Tony ain't.
That's funny.
Tony ain't never paid for my coochie.
Has somebody?
No, I've never had paid for coochie.
All right.
But
You know what's funny to me? I used that word before. You know what he said? Nigga, what the fuck is that?
because no.
Being
I
family
said
show.
it. I said it right the first time, and since we've seen it so many times,
Yeah.
I just don't want to keep reciting
Bye.
that same word over and over again.
Ah.
I don't want to say it.
I was waiting for him to say it.
Ah.
I just, I said it. I already said it one time, and I ain't gonna keep saying it.
My time with those professional people was well spent.
Well spent.
How much did you spend?
Somebody.
At that time, how much was it? You remember? I mean, cause
Damn.
I heard stories that like you can get them for the whole weekend, like right.
That's interesting to me because somebody told me why you thinking.
Yeah,
Why you thinking about that?
where it depends on where you're at.
Right.
The places where they're at, I only had such a much, certain amount of time before we had to leave. Probably like, I don't know, back then, about 50
Damn.
for the
All
whole
right.
night.
You know what's interesting about what Eric's saying to you?
That's
And
the
what
whole
you're saying?
night.
What you're saying, the whole night?
Whole night.
And you saying? The young lady who told me about the Canada thing, right? She said she was standing across the street observing the people going in and out, and she's with her family. She said the average time for the motherfuckers in there was less than 10 minutes.
Well, wait. So don't say nothing. Because here we go. I want to ask this
I'm
question.
saying.
So, how long are you hitting them for?
I don't know. I haven't checked my time.
So, are you going longer than 10 minutes?
I'm going to be honest. Usually, bruh.
Are you keeping track on your
This nigga lying,
on
man.
your watch?
I'm serious.
You know what? You lying.
I don't think I'm lying.
Because if you
your age?
so you above the average then.
I don't think I'm lying.
So you're above the average.
I'm really serious because there's a lot of shit that goes into.
Because
I
truthfully,
mean, I don't know if you just going in there.
If you
just
take
say,
away-
I just want to go in here and just do this.
if you
and
take
all
away
the other
all
stuff away.
the, if you take away the all, if you take away,
Foreplay, this, that, orals, all that other shit, take all that shit away. Cut his ass off so we can get rid of it.
so
Go ahead.
if you take away the,
Sweet Jesus.
please, why not? Come on, just a little bit, just the tip. If you take away the
Damn.
begging part,
I
if
don't
you
know
take
all
away
that
the
shit,
begging part, nigga, what are we talking like? On a good night, 4 or 5 minutes.
That's a damn shame.
Damn,
Begging.
Eric, are you
That's
serious?
begging. I mean, we do that.
No. What I'm saying is, of course you can prolong it, but I'm talking about. I'm thinking with paid. I don't know, but I'm thinking with Tony's is a little different because Tony was saying it's an all night thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying that what you talking about, where you going in just hitting them and coming out, there ain't all that foreplay. You don't pay for foreplay. Them bitches ain't sitting up there with you to
Chat.
yeah, kiss on my neck and da-da-da. They not doing that. So you going in there, bang, 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 and how long? So how long did you
Yeah, I
actually
guess
just straight bang, 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 bang?
Well, since I've never been with a professional, I don't know because the other person I'm usually with is looking for theirs too. So I ain't gonna be able to just do that and be done.
And that's usually
So in 10
about
minutes,
10
you usually get that in.
Damn, nah, dog.
You just said 10 minutes.
I didn't say 10 minutes. You said 10 minutes.
Oh, did I?
Hell
I
yeah.
thought I said 5.
I thought he said the average was 10 minutes.
Yeah,
No,
you
I said
said
they
10.
she told me the average time for them dudes going in and out was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So how long are you sitting up in there?
I don't know, but I know it's longer than 10 minutes.
Damn, nigga. That's how you get
better
down.
Hey, you know what?
That's how
I
you
hope-
get down.
You motherfuckers is twisted.
It's
My
gonna be
man.
worse.
I don't believe neither one of you motherfuckers.
My
Worse.
man.
I don't believe
The
you,
money.
and I don't believe you.
My
What?
man.
I don't believe you 10 minutes. I don't believe you 10 minutes either. I believe that y'all have to
I
put
never
in
said
work.
I was
I ain't said no time.
I said
I believe you got to put in work.
I said 5 and a half
Damn
minutes.
sure. Hell no, you ain't getting away with no shit like
If
that.
I'm paying,
I ain't never paid, so I don't know.
see,
But that would make sense.
when you pay,
When you make pick, you just want yours and you out.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
you might,
I mean, because
you being the payee, you
Yeah.
feel like
Makes
you
sense.
paying for it. You might feel like, damn, that wasn't worth my money. But for her, it's like, shit, on to the next.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't.
pretty sure it
10
does.
minutes. That's probably is the average because
10 minutes, man, she probably like, God damn, this nigga, she like, get the fuck up off me.
Yeah, I heard that.
I bet she is, because the
Yeah.
average month, you think about it. Now, I'm not comparing it to the army shit. I'm
Okay.
thinking about maybe the bunny ranch or some shit.
Yeah.
When them fuckers go there, they probably already ready to fuck.
I'm
Can't
pretty
wait.
sure they are.
get up in there and they like bang, 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 bop. They done. I bet for the most part of it, that's what they get. That's what them women are getting for the most part of it.
Yeah.
They
I
get.
mean, it makes sense to them. They probably good at their job too.
I don't know.
you
Like I
never
say, I
seen
ain't
the
never
show on
experienced
HBO?
Yeah, I saw the Bunny Ranch before.
Yeah, because they pay for that room
Yeah.
to to like the plus. Okay, first they got the bar over there,
Yeah.
and then they got to go and pick the chicks out, and then they got to go in the room. Well, first they got to find out what they want.
Well, it depends on how much money you spending and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they tell you too.
Yeah.
Did you never been to the Bunny Ranch, huh?
Nah, I've been somewhere better.
Where you go? Oh, you was overseas.
You went to Punan?
My thing,
Where?
my,
I didn't bother to know where I was at.
I didn't. I never got to experience none of that shit, man.
Oh,
I never experienced. I had my chance when I was in Germany, and you know, because I wasn't on the same kind of time limit that Tone was on, because he was in the Navy, I was in the Army. I was stationed. He was passing through. It was always easier for me. It was just easy. It was out. It wasn't like
Find somebody, have something.
it wasn't. Yeah, it was, all we had to do was go to the club.
Right.
You know, we were out, and you know, it just wouldn't. It didn't make any sense to. Not unless you just had some type of chick that you had to have, some type of fetish or something that you needed to take care of. And so I never did it. And I remember I used to laugh at the white boys that was always going up there doing it, because it was like, man, why y'all doing it when there's so many? But then it made sense because all them German chicks at that time was interested in black dudes. At least the clubs I was going to, they all wanted black dudes and shit. So I could see why the white guy was like, damn, let me go over here to.
It was the music too.
And Frank, at
the
that time,
Music was
yeah.
hitting it.
At that time, yeah. But anyway, I don't know how we got so deep off into prostitution.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, we sound like we pros at the shit.
No, not by no
I
means.
was in the 90s.
Damn, so.
Well, one of us were.
Damn, so.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I never had a military life, so I don't know. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, but the thing is like
I regret that shit, though.
It'd be glad though, because when you experience all that and then you come home, you're like, what the fuck is all this shit about?
Yeah. No, that's not
I
why.
know, but
That's not why.
So you saying it's a
I wish I
bad
would've-
thing?
Military.
Yeah, because I know a lot of brothers that they were
No,
not.
no.
gonna
It's
do
a
that.
bad thing for you. You saying it's a bad experience?
In the
That come
military.
out?
Your
I
military
don't.
experience.
I don't regret anything that I
Yeah,
did.
it taught
but-
me a whole bunch, bro.
But at the same time, it does when you come back, like for people in the military, when you come back home to the States, is we say, oh, when you go back to the world, that's the United States,
Be
right?
quiet for a minute.
Okay. What happened?
I can hear his telephone.
What?
The one nigga that said he cut it all the way down.
I did.
You
See,
didn't.
when they won't even move.
Go ahead, finish what you're
But-
saying.
But when you experience all that and then you come back
Won't
home,
even move.
it's like you assume stuff is gonna stay the same way when you don't, because you're back to the States. Everything, all the rules change. Club hours change, drinking changes, and all that stuff changes. So you're so used to everything free and wild out there, and then you come back home and there's all these rules, all timelines, all this stuff. Like last call is what 1:30 here.
Yeah, 132.
Yeah, over there it's like
Yeah, but I
do
mean,
your shit.
What the possibility of dying?
It does mess you up because you're so used to it. But that's what I'm saying. That's the bad part. When you come back, you're like, what the fuck?
but
Yeah.
it goes both ways though, because your free your free time, like you say, has all these rules all of a sudden. Where when you're in the military, once you get off work, you're basically making the most out of the hours that you got.
Yeah.
So what he's saying, the rules and shit don't play. We go out, we go hard until we have to be in formation the next day, right? So I get that part. What he's saying, the clubs closing early or whatever, the drinking and everything. Because in the military, you know, you just go, you go. You know, you basically you do as much as your clique does. The group that you hang around with, we do as much as that group does. If you needed to do more, there's other groups that you can join that do even more, to take it to the extreme. But what I'm saying is, the other part, the reason why I was not disagreeing, but saying that it kind of evens out, is that when you're not on your own time, though, remember we're in the military, so we deal with rules all through the regular day, strict rules. Our uniforms, or where we got to be at. The everything we do is got to be square, in line. Everything's got to be done right. So yeah, our free time on the outside seems like y'all got all these rules. All of a sudden we got to abide by all these rules and shit. But then y'all go to work and y'all lounging, y'all's lackadaisy, and we at work like at attention all day. We at work, square all day.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the part that you guys don't do that we did.
I think that's not what I missed about not.
No, I'm talking about what he was saying.
Yeah.
What he was saying, because he was telling you the part. He was telling you the part about when we're off.
Right.
And when we got shit, when they dismissed us from formation, nigga, it was on.
Yeah.
It was
It's
wild.
like
We actually had girls.
Yeah.
Where I was at, we had girls that would wait on the other side of the gate. So they were off base waiting for our last formation, and they basically opened and they came on, waiting for for the weekend, because they knew it's Friday night.
We gonna go party.
Yeah, these girls gonna kick it with us. All kind of German women, and they would stay until Sunday afternoon. And that's when they would go back out, and they knew every weekend they would come back around and shit. When they knew it, they would take trains, the light rail. I mean, it wasn't light rail; it was called that lightning train or speed train or whatever. They would do all that shit to get to our post, just to be there for the weekend to hook up,
Kick it with you.
with an American soldier, and then they knew Sundays they was heading back home.
Well, I know y'all don't hear it enough, but what I respect about the military, I mean, you willing to put and you probably don't see it this way, or you do see it that way. You putting your life out there to protect people back in the United States. If you go to war, you don't go to war, it doesn't matter. You putting your life out there. So there's a lot of respect for anybody who would sign that piece of paper. Because you don't never know. You don't know if you're going to war or not. You just know for the next 2 years or 4 years, you've committed to the military. And at any time, they could easily say, we in war, you got to go. So just the thought of that makes me have a lot of respect for people who go to the military. Then I think about all the extras once you out. Because my brother, my oldest brother, he had a military life. He spent 20-something years in the military. He's retired military, blah, blah, blah. All the perks that he gets from having that type of life. So he put a lot at risk, but he's rewarded a lot. You know what I mean? He's retired military, does whatever he does. So I look at all those people, and I think about how the United States treats
I hate to
people.
go. I really don't want to go in.
up.
And I don't really want to go into that deep, because that's a whole nother topic. But is he really rewarded enough?
No, I doubt that he is. I
guarantee he's not.
But he's
'Cause
spent his life in the
We
military.
have veterans that's done so much for this country that me and Tone ain't even touched on.
No, it's disrespectful the way they treat veterans.
And
We know
exactly,
that. We know that.
and they jobless.
Yeah.
They barely getting by.
They're freaking
They
homeless.
disabled.
They are. It's horrible.
And so I'm not gonna sit here and say that that the rewards from it is great. Me and Tony are lucky enough that and a lot of people are. We're lucky enough that we get out and we're still able to do whatever it is we need to do.
yeah. Yeah.
So we were just lucky. But
Well,
then
you lucky at the right time, right?
but there's a whole. I mean, it doesn't matter what
It
time.
don't matter what time.
It doesn't matter what time, because you can always be hurt
Yeah.
from being in the military. And there's always, even though you don't think there's wars, there's always situations going on. You always have like, for instance, even if you weren't, like, say you get in after Saudi, and there's nothing until this last the 9/11 thing. People forget about the Bosnia. They forget about the military is constantly. You forget about Korea, the DMZ zones. You forget about all the soldiers that's in places that basically are at war. They've been at war so long that they just don't put it out there like that. Like, you think about South Korea and North Korea, that's been forever.
Yeah.
Since my dad was in the military. My dad was stationed in Korea, Kotar. I forget the name of the Air Force base is there, but he's been stationed there twice, and they've always been at arms with each other. But those are the type of situations that even though people think that everywhere peace times, those countries always have American presence. American troops are always somewhere.
Yeah,
They might not be there in as many numbers as that we're used to having as far as when we're involved in the war,
right.
but we always have a presence there.
Wasn't Guantanamo Bay like that? Sort of like that. It's where
Well,
they was
Guantanamo Bay was like
always kept soldiers
a-
there already online.
no, that was basically like a holding spot, right? A prison, like right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Guantanamo was a prison.
Yeah, there was
is,
no
but it-
danger.
okay,
but there was no danger
But
for.
it's
Okay, maybe
it's
I'm
a
thinking
little
of the
piece
wrong
of
spot.
Cuba.
A little piece of Cuba.
Yeah.
So it is Cuba, where Cuba there's the line,
Yeah.
and basically the Cuban soldiers are on this side and you're on this side, and they have to watch that line all the time.
I don't.
No,
I
I
mean,
think
you
that's
tell me,
Korea.
yeah, that's
Korea, they
that's the
stare
way
at each
Korea
other.
is.
There's a line right
Yeah.
there, and they just stare at each other.
Guantanamo
all day.
Bay was basically a spot where we held people.
Yeah. I
And-
know that's where they hold prisoners.
Yeah,
But I thought also
but I don't
Cuba
think there was
across from it.
I don't think there was a big threat to American soldiers there.
Yeah, I
It
thought
was
Cuba
just
across
what
from it.
the American soldiers were doing there was questionable. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, I have to
all
look
the-
that up. But
I mean, I'm not for sure, but I know exactly what Tone was just saying. That's the way the DMZ zone is in Korea, where they look at each other.
dang.
Them cats, they
Yeah.
got a fence, whatever they walk up to, and then they got a space about as big as this room that nobody enters.
Mm.
And they look at
Yeah.
they look at each other like
I went
we
there to
hate
check
you,
it
you
out.
hate us.
There's a building right dab smack right in the middle of that mug, and if you go inside of it, there's still a line that crosses from the outside inside to the
Split in
building.
half.
Yeah, there's a South Korean soldier on one side, and there's a North Korean soldier on the other side, and they just stare at each other all day.
Dang.
All they do is binoculars, look at each other all day, and they just stare at each other all fucking day. Like
Damn.
just this one line that separates everything.
And they go through the same procedure every day. Them cats go through their
Every day.
ceremonial,
Mhm.
walk out there, and it's crazy the way they.
Yeah,
they look
I'm military. No
supposedly
fucking joke.
now they're supposed to be in talks, and they've been crossing back and forth over now and stuff and talking, but that's the kind of stuff that that like American soldiers have been there for a long time,
Yeah.
and they just don't get that same type of love that say Desert Storm got or Iraq and the Iraq War and stuff like that. They don't, those are the things that they kind of televise because it's happening right now. It's happening and you see it, but all the other shit's been going on forever.
Crazy as shit. But a lot of respect. I mean, I give military people a lot of respect, and I know they don't get the respect that they do. When I think about that shit, I think that's crazy. I just think it's crazy.
So when you was in the military, for real, because a lot of people feel bad for like the young kid that goes in the military and gets hurt or gets killed or something like that. I feel bad for the kid,
Mhm.
but at least my experience, every soldier that I know, it seems like at a certain point, I don't know if it's the brainwashing or it's the constant doing the repetition of everything that we do.
Mhm.
There comes a point when you feel like, no matter what, I'm ready to go. What I mean by is they teach you all this stuff. You're learning all about these. I was field artillery, so I'm learning about all these damn. I was in MLRS, which is multiple launch rocket system. So I'm looking at all these missiles, all these rockets, what they do. We're always talking about what they do, and we learn how to launch, to grid, to locate everything on our grids, and we designate targets and everything. So that was my thing. I was a target. We found out what the target was. We sent the grid coordinates down, and they did what they did, right?
Mhm.
And we always heard about everything that they can do. There comes a time when you're like, you've been taught it so much that you actually you're ready for it.
If it happens, it's
let's
gonna
work.
down.
Let's
Yeah,
see
it's
it
going
work.
down. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See it work. So what I'm saying is like, yeah, nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to be injured. But at the same time, we know what we signed up for, and at this point, I'm ready. You're ready to go because you want
If you have to.
Because we've been taught this for years now. You know what I'm saying, Tone?
Yeah, they pretty much. It's like fucking practice and practice. It's all
It's
practice.
repetition.
Instinct,
It's
right?
repetition.
It's instinct. If it
Repetition.
happened, it would just be instinct.
Yeah,
I'd be on
you're like-
autopilot.
You're just like you practicing and you're doing plays, but you never actually
Yeah,
play.
you never go out there. Yeah, exactly.
Actually do what you don't actually. Action does not really happen, but they prep you. They
Well,
prepare you.
you were saying play, like, for instance, you were saying play towards like a sport.
Right.
I was thinking at the same time though. I was thinking play like on a stage, and it's the same thing. You practice, and say you practice these lines over and over and over again, but you never go on stage
You the
and
second.
put it out there
You don't
for the
perform.
folks.
Yeah,
You never
yeah.
get to perform.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So they do that so much that when it's time, like for instance, when they had the Bosnia incident, I volunteered for it. They were looking for volunteers to go. I volunteered to go because I'm so tired of doing this shit constantly. Let's go to war. Let's see if this shit works. And like, you know, in hindsight, I can say luckily my my job wasn't needed there. So, you know, what we did in field artillery wasn't needed at that spot. But that's the thing. They teach you to the point where you want to see if the shit works. If they keep showing you, if every day you come, you know, you're doing the driving class and they keep showing you the Ferrari, but they never let you get in it. Never let you.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah, and
It's
it's like
damn.
they
what
let
the
you,
fuck?
you know, they giving you all these replicas. They giving you fake bullets. You know, that's what we was doing a lot of times. You know, we of course we got to go to the shooting range and we got to shoot real bullets. But for a lot of it, we always had like I forget what they called it. Like our muzzles was even. We had little things we put on the top of our muzzles to make sure wasn't nothing coming out of there. It was like it was all rehearsal all the time. So you get so tired of rehearsal, it's like, let's do it. And I believe a lot of soldiers feel the same way. Because either you're a soldier and you're there for what you're supposed to be there for, or you're there and you're ready, you're just waiting to get out. So the folks that's ready to get out, they get out. The folks that stay in are ready to see what it does. So anyway.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean,
what
like
were we
I said-
talking about? What were we talking about before we got on the soldier stuff?
we was talking about girls and
Damn. That's why we talking
Brothers
about Tony.
soldiers.
We
Y'all-
talking about
y'all
Tony.
military
We talking
like-
about Tony buying some coochie.
that's what we was talking about. We was talking about that.
No.
Yeah, that's what we
I
talking
was
about.
Yes, we was.
buying a
Hey, so when
lovely
you
young
pick,
lady's
so when you get to go in there and buy some coochie,
time.
so what do you prefer?
What do you mean?
Well, we got a
do you
preference,
get
huh?
to choose out of races? Is there different races there? Oh, but you was in a different country where it was all one
Yeah,
one
if
race.
you
huh?
go to Thailand, you're
Getting Thailandish.
You getting them little sweet little boys in Thailand. They look like
There
no,
we
they
go.
look like women.
He gonna know when he get him there though.
I don't know, Tony. Did you know when you got them there?
There's no lady boys.
There's no lady
in my
boys.
repertoire.
Did you come around any lady boys?
Yeah, there were lady boys there.
So you seen them?
I seen them.
Did
They
you?
went to
Did,
Singapore.
did,
Tony,
did you
Tony.
hire one?
Let me ask you this.
Wait. No,
I was
wait a minute.
close.
Did you get one?
I was close.
Would you tell us if you did get one?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Of course. So you got one, nigga. I know you got one,
Ooh,
nigga.
Tony.
Keep it going.
All you beige niggas be fucking
Just
with ladies.
because
What do you
you
call
ain't
them?
hot
Lady
enough.
boys?
Tony.
Who ain't hot? I
You
am.
ain't hot enough.
Nigga,
I
Tony.
will not. I will not purchase you.
I am the eye candy.
Let me ask you a
Oh,
question.
this
I'm not gonna
podcast.
purchase you.
Tony, I gotta ask the question.
How much time you got?
Did you get baby pictures or you make him get butt naked for you can tell what he had? So like you got to strip down. I got to
Get
see it
do
all.
that, bro.
No,
you just go in
man,
there,
no,
bro.
man.
How much you mean? What do you just go in there? How
If
you
he-
get a man?
Bro,
They're
if
not
he look good,
allowed.
he look
They're
good.
not allowed in certain clubs.
Bro, but have you seen these
Oh.
lady boys?
I don't really.
So
go
you-
that
I mean,
far.
I'm
You know,
asking you a
I-
question. Have you-
I've seen them before.
You have seen the lady
Yahoo and
boys?
all that.
Time's
yeah.
up.
Look like girls.
No, they look.
Time. That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. That like the time's gonna go out. We go.
Just redo it real quick. While we still talking,
Yeah.
so the lady boys actually look.
Because they little.
So you ain't never got one.
Nah, you know I ain't get one. They're not allowed in the clubs. They're not allowed in the clubs.
I didn't ask you what you allowed in the club. I asked you what you
I
got.
seen them. They look too aggressive. Cause they be like, "Hey."
Hey, what about it might be one that's
Nah.
not that aggressive. You might want to like
They're all aggressive.
all the lady
All
boys aggressive.
Yeah, they're all aggressive.
So you gonna lump them all in
They're
together
too-
like that?
Yeah, because they're friendly.
Tony, I'm coming back.
Okay.
Why you say Tony? I'm coming back.
Probably talking to you.
I want you to look at the show. Look at the thing. Tell me when it comes on.
Is it on, Tony?
Yeah, hopefully this sound is good. Shit.
The lady, but anyway, cause we still on.
We back.
We back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
so yeah, you first of all, we already established that if you did get a lady boy, you wouldn't tell us.
But I know I didn't.
But I mean, just answer the question that I put out there. Don't go back.
No, because I know what you're trying to do.
No. You said that if you got a lady boy, you wouldn't tell us.
Yeah.
And once again, just for the people, explain what a lady boy is.
They boys, they look like women. They get
But
the whole shebang.
But they are boys.
They're still dudes.
They're dudes.
Yeah.
I just want you to repeat that for the people.
That's
So-
nasty.
I did not
Look, we don't
purchase
need nothing
a lady
from the-
boy. Yeah. We don't need nothing over there.
So
I
what
know
I'm
you're
saying,
trying to do. No, I did not purchase a lady boy.
okay.
They were all women.
So let the record state. Let the record state.
Let
that
the
he
record
said-
state.
He said he didn't. He,
No, don't do that.
You said. I'm just gonna say what you said. You
If
said
I did, I wouldn't tell you.
you said you never purchased
Yes.
a lady boy.
Yes.
Have you ever been in any contact with a lady boy?
I talked to some.
Well, you did talk to some.
Yeah.
What y'all talking about?
I was like, hey, nice dress. He said, thank you. Because they had a nice figure. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, what's up?
And y'all left it.
And it was like, I left
Wait. He had a nice figure.
Oh shit.
What am I supposed to do? Punch him in the face?
Well, why would you jump to that? You sound like Kevin now.
No, I don't say no shit like that.
Yeah, because you're homophobic.
But I never said about punching nobody.
I
I
don't
said
know what
hi.
you say.
Ah.
I was in Thailand.
My
I said
thing is,
hi. How
you
doing?
know what? I'm gonna rest my
It's
case.
not even
with
fair
this.
that he said the titles me like that.
First
man.
of all, before I get to your homophobic ality,
It's not like that, man.
I would love to take him there and he fall into that trap.
he fall
Oh,
in love
hell
with her.
no.
He fall in love with one.
Hell nah.
I mean, they look kind of like you.
I don't give a fuck. You gotta get buck ass naked.
What's that mean?
I want to see.
So, you want to see his little wee wee?
Yeah.
Okay, once you see it, then what you gonna do?
Then next, let's move on to the
No, you
move
not.
out the way. Excuse
That's
me.
not what you're gonna do.
You
He gonna be so fine to you, nigga. You gonna
I
start.
don't give a fuck.
You say that.
I say that. I know that.
I don't know if you got that kind of
Okay,
control.
nigga.
You gonna
All
look
right.
at that jawline and be like, damn.
I don't
be
give
like,
a
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
You
man.
gonna see that figure?
And I,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And care. I mean, you ain't been out there in a while, so you might
I don't give a fuck.
you
I
might
don't
need a little
do
something.
men. That's not me. I don't give
They're
a fuck.
not men.
Men, women,
They're
what
lady
the fuck,
boys.
They're
Men,
lady
fake
boys.
ass women, whatever.
They're lady boys.
You sound like you know.
I know.
They took a long
I've
time
actually
to grow their hair.
Hey, you're stuttering, so you're lying.
no.
I
I've
see.
I've never been. First of all, I've never. Is it the Philippines? Where they at?
Uh,
Taiwan.
Both.
I've never been to those places, so I don't know
okay.
them.
All right.
But I have heard, and I have seen pictures.
I've seen pictures on you.
I actually have a friend who showed me a picture of his nephew. He happens to be Filipino,
Uh-huh.
and he was showing me his nephew. Like, can you believe how much he looks like a woman?
Damn.
And he was fine.
Damn.
Now,
But that don't make a difference. He's still a man.
but me, being the man that I am, I know that I wouldn't mess around. But you suspect a little bit.
No,
nigga.
nigga.
I don't know what you do.
I'm zero
Because you so
suspect.
homophobic that it makes me
I'm
question.
not homophobic.
You are homophobic.
That's some crazy shit.
When did you stop being homophobic?
I got a lot of people that I know that are gay, but they don't bother
So you
me.
got any friends that's black? That's what white folks say about. I got friends that are black.
I got some friends that are gay that don't bother me. We ain't like
You
I
ain't got
wouldn't-
no
so-
gay friends.
Man, I know a lot of people that are gay.
You got a gay friend.
Yeah.
You ain't never introduced him to me, and I've been knowing you forever.
Okay.
So who's your
Work
gay
associate.
friend?
Work associate. I'm not supposed to be dropping names now, right?
Why not? If he's gay, he probably proud to be gay. So drop his
is.
name. So what's his name?
I'm not
Quick,
about to tell you his name.
quick,
I ain't about to tell
quick.
you his name.
Yeah.
I'll show you his name on thing. Matter of fact.
Oh, you
we
know
can
that
call
you got the nigga on your phone?
Yeah. I got a couple of them that's they
Oh, you got a
cool.
couple gay cats on your phone.
They cool. But they ain't nothing. It's not like we hang out like that. But I mean, we
Why
go
would
drink.
drink?
or
So
whatever.
hang on.
We
They're
go
cool enough to
drinks
be on
or
your
whatever.
phone, but y'all don't hang out.
Yeah, they work associates. They cool people. They very cool.
Oh, now they
people.
work associates,
Yeah, they're very cool people.
but you have drinks with them.
Yeah,
What are they, Kev? They can't be both.
I work with them and I would have drinks with them. all the-
Fruitcake. The niggas are fruitcake.
Hey,
I
call me
knew
what
you
you
was.
want. Call me what you want.
Undercover. I knew that
Call me what you
homophobic.
want.
That
but
homophobic.
I
shit
consider
was,
that person a good a friend. He's a cool person, and the other people that I've talked to, they're cool people.
Look how
so
you
I
be
don't have a
flipping
problem.
it. Look how that nigga flipped it.
I'm not flipping it.
Episode 2. Go back to it. And listen to this nigga talk
You
about
can listen to episode 2. All you hear me say is that what?
you don't like gay people.
I never said that. I've never said no shit like
You
that. Don't
said
even
that.
make that shit up, Eric.
No.
That ain't gonna let you put that jacket on me,
Now,
dog.
personally,
I
You
need-
ain't gonna put that jacket on me.
Personally-
You say I got phobias. I got small things that trigger me to act crazy, but that's
Yeah,
not
I
it.
need you to.
you really.
I
I
need
need
you
you
to go to
to. I need
Thailand.
you to calm
Bring
down.
it
right
down.
now.
Bring it down.
I need you to calm
Bring it
down.
down.
I
Bring
need
it
you
down.
to go to Thailand, perfectly Pattaya Beach.
Nah. I don't want to.
Go to Walking Street. You don't want to go to.
It's a bad thing that you're
Thailand?
right. They might look so good, you might think they're women, but to know that they're men already just throws it out.
You got to know that.
All right. That's what I'm saying. If I know that, and then if I know the area is suspect, I need to see way more than just you.
You're just
telling
gonna
me
assume
you're
all of them are.
Both of y'all
Yeah.
suspect right now. I just
I'm not
want to tell you.
suspect.
Yeah, y'all fruity
Whatever.
suspects
Don't
right
judge.
now.
Whatever. I don't care what you say.
I'm not.
Don't judge.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying
Don't
both
throw
of
that
y'all
rock.
kind of like
Don't throw that rock.
No,
y'all kind of a little fruity on
okay.
that.
Whatever you want to say.
Oh, you got no problem with it now.
I ain't got no problem with what you're saying. I know me.
You got no problem me calling you fruity.
I'm not tripping on you calling me fruity.
Okay.
I know I'm not.
You've
so
come a
it's
long
not-
way.
I'm not come a long way. I've always been this way.
Why you so combative, nigga?
I'm not combative.
Why you so combative? Why you so combative?
You see that motherfucker
I don't
down
know why you so
One.
combative.
Hey, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
You can do that.
Look at him.
But crush my
Hey,
nuts
whole
right there.
yeah, all this shit just squashed around.
We just,
He had his
we
hands
just
on
lost
top
a-
of your hand.
Nigga, we just lost the last 2 listeners we had. There we go.
Oh shit, dude, this funny as
What
shit.
else? You got anything else that's going on?
No man, it's just one of those days.
Excuse me.
It's just one of those days. We ain't got much, but I like
There
the
was-
show. I
there
thought
was-
we had some good.
No,
some
there
good
was
stuff.
something else we were supposed to talk about before we ended. I'm trying to think. What's something else? We got the death of John Singleton, which was sad.
We got your military life.
We didn't mean to bring that. I don't know why we brought that shit up.
It's a good thing. It's a good topic.
Whatever.
No, it isn't. Because that'd be a long ass show right there.
I mean, if
Shout
I
out
don't
to
say
the
if I don't
troops.
say it, I know we talk a lot of shit. I do appreciate you brothers for doing that.
Didn't nobody do it for you, nigga.
You didn't know you was doing it for me, but that's why I look at it.
You did it for everybody else positive around you. We didn't do it
Oh,
for
well,
you.
whatever.
You're trifling there.
Maybe you didn't do it for my trifling
I did it
ass. I
for
still appreciate
America.
you doing it.
So we want to acknowledge. We do want to acknowledge that we know that the Avengers came out this weekend. The only reason we ain't speaking on it, and I know we probably the only podcast ain't speaking on it because
we ain't
we ain't seen it yet.
We ain't watched the same
We ain't seen it yet. Now, mind you, I do want to see it,
I do too.
and I know that out of the
You know he
three,
wants it.
I know out of the 3 of us,
This
I'm
motherfucker.
probably the least motherfucker that
Yeah,
want to see
yeah.
it because these 2 are probably more Marvel nerds than I am.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing it. We just kind of waiting for the hey,
Traffic to die
you
fucking down.
got
Man.
2 cassettes up in there.
Yeah, it's just dual cassette.
What are they
player.
playing?
Nothing.
They're empty.
They should be empty. I
I
haven't
bet
used a
some
cassette
jams.
tape.
You got blank ones up in there.
I ain't used cassette tapes in years.
That's what I'm saying. What's on those? I
don't
bet
know.
they got the jams on it.
I bet you they don't.
89 mixtape.
No.
Ain't nothing like a tape, nigga.
Yep,
If you find a
saturation.
tape
Mixed.
with your with one of them tapes that you made,
Back in the
the
day,
stick, man, those
oh, my
are the
brother
ones.
my brother used to have them cases.
That's one. Those are one.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah.
a tape. Forget an original tape that's from a, that's whatever Heavy D and the Boys.
Yeah,
When you see a tape that has the songs that you put on it,
the mixtape.
yeah, you know that you need
Yeah.
to put that in.
Oh
That
yeah,
little Sharpie.
Yeah, that's
written
the
right
shit,
there, written
bro.
on.
some shit when
right
you was a
there.
kid back in the back in the 80s,
Yeah,
90s.
those are the ones.
That's the
bruh.
worst. Yeah,
That
that's,
took some work though.
ooh, you could put your favorites on there.
You
You
gotta
will get the
stop
right
it.
space in there.
You gotta
Stop
pu-
it.
The
You gotta,
problem,
like, pause it.
yeah.
Commercial.
The problem is with that is that even though they got the jams on it now, when we play it, they sound like shit. Cause I got
Oh,
a
You
got
know-
a tape player at the house, and I put some cassettes up in there, and they sound like shit. Even though they
That
got the
digital
jams
quality
on
is
it.
so clear.
Yeah, we
man.
got so used to it.
Yeah, yeah. But the
Spoiled.
funny
You
funny
play
thing
a
with
tape, it's
music,
horrible.
they put tape saturation in a lot of music because of the makes the bass sound nice and fat. That's crazy that they do that. I know you don't know that type of stuff.
We don't know what the fuck you talking
I know.
about.
I know. Let that shit go. Let
Yeah,
let
we
my
spoiled.
Saturation. What
Yeah,
the hell is
it's-
talking about?
Saturated.
That's what he said.
Somebody's
Bass
clothes is wet.
saturation.
yeah. Let my music stuff go. Let it go.
Somebody got wet clothes.
Saturation. I mean, why you
Nasty
put water? Why you put
motherfuckers.
water on the tape? Why you wet it?
Keep that shit dry.
Yeah, they're sick as a motherfucker.
What the fuck? Shit.
So anyway, we gonna wrap this shit up. We got I ain't even really talked to Kevin and Tony about this yet, but I know you've heard it before. But we really do got some stuff in the making that we got to change as far as what we doing. But we kind of take this as this is working on our craft. This is basically just we practicing. But we do got a lot of stuff that we working on that's eventually gonna all come together. The video part, I know we know last week we didn't know at the time, but we know that it was choppy and fucked up and shit. So we, hopefully this week
We got it together.
It's coming through a little clearer.
Mhm.
And we still working on. We're gonna try to hit you with the YouTube video too. And we still got everything else that you're listening to us on. If with the podcast, or if you're listening to us on iTunes or iHeart or Podcast Addict or whatever it is that you listen to us on, we're still going to be on there. We just got to figure out, and it's what we plan on doing, is how we're going to bring this all together under one thing, and then be able to dish it out solidly, where it's going to be, it's going to be quality stuff going out everywhere. So we working on it, and the thing about podcasting is that we're able to work on it, but at the same time put it out as we're working on it. So you're seeing it as it gets a step better. So just be aware that that we do know the mistakes, because we are going back listening to it. We do feel, and we're listening to our friends and the people who listen that tell us what's going on. So we're trying to make those adjustments, and we're going to get it right. So that's my spill on that.
Good spill.
Tone.
It's not for everybody,
No, it's not.
but if it's for you,
Yeah,
thanks for
yeah.
listening.
Hey, if
That's
you
right.
catch us on a good
Subscribe.
night with some good shit, boy, it gets
Like.
real funny.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know,
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
So, Tony Sunshine
Huh?
is going to take us out with a song tonight.
What you got?
What you laughing at, nigga? They ain't got no song.
No, I
You
see.
know he can blow.
I know he can.
That nigga be blowing.
I know he can.
All them
We
bass
need a-
niggas. Him
we
and
need
Peebo
a-
Blyson. What happened to Peebo?
Oh man, prayers for Peebo.
People Bryce.
His
He
bass
had a heart
brother.
attack.
His bass brother.
Nah,
Well,
that's our
like-
master at arms.
So what you got? Some bubble gum? Or you got what else you got?
Bubblegum.
You said
Bubblegum.
you can
Nigga,
blow.
that's-
we got it.
That's
He said
disrespectful.
he's
Why you being disrespectful?
I don't even. What's
Would you say that to Luther Would you say that to Luther?
No, I would say Luther dead.
Rest
But
in
would
peace.
you say that to Luther?
I
You
would
said
say
it
that to
from. Would you
Luther.
say that? Would
Say
you
that.
crack jokes
No.
like that to Luther?
Cause that
So
would
why
say
are you
it to
being
Luther.
disrespectful to
I
Tony
wouldn't say that to
Sunshine?
Luther.
Tony, go ahead and bless
Because
us.
he gonna sing my song. Have you ever
let's-
loved
can
somebody?
we just
I mean,
ride
truly
out
love
with
somebody?
this?
Just be
Can
quiet.
we-
Just be quiet. Tony, bless us. Bless us. with something.
Can we get an outro song in this motherfucker?
You the outro song. He just said you. Peebo
God
Bryson,
Damn.
Freddie
Tony-
Jackson,
All I got is hooks.
Tony, bless us. Tony, bless
Freddie
us with a
Jackson.
hook.
He even went as far as to
Shut
say
up,
you Luther
nigga.
Vandross.
He better than that.
This
He better than Luther.
nigga, you need to be shot with that shit.
Tony Sunshine better than Luther.
Whoa.
Tony, man, he set
Tony,
you
hit
up
us-
for a big
Tony.
time.
Tony, that's it. God damn.
done.
You know what? That's
I'm gonna
it.
drop the mic.
That's it. God damn.
done.
He did it. Hey, he did it so quick too. It's like he just hit you with a bow,
Oh shit!
just like that. See,
Hey, run the whole run.
that's it. Why you trying? You don't get all that. You don't get that, nigga. Just don't.
No.
This is my show. You don't get to just tell Luther when the.
Well, that's it. The show will be over. It's over.
You
The
sound
show
like
was over.
You sound like you disappointed.
And as I was saying, tune into a different back channel.
He chose his side, Tony. He chose his side.
I'm not
Remember that.
choosing no side,
Can't
bro.
rush perfection.
I ain't trying to tell you to rush
All right, that's
perfection.
it. That's it.
I'm trying to tell you that, bro.
That's it.
We over an hour today
All right.
with bullshit.
All right,
topic.
my peoples.
Yes.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to another horrible show, and stay tuned. All right.
Is anybody gonna walk up there today? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
the
I'm
board
gonna
out.
take care of everything because y'all be fucking up.
And make sure you smile at the camera when you walk up there.
Go like this.
Did you smile?
Just wanna be close to you.
That nigga can sing. Boy, that good.
What happened to Maxie Priest? All right, never mind.
He another beige nigga. He another beige nigga.
Is he?
You always loving the beige niggas.
That nigga said Maxie Priest.
What happened to him? Hey.